Just pulled in to one of my favorite spots. Coasted right on into shore here. And here we are. Well, hello, I'm back. Took the boat out this afternoon. It's a Sunday afternoon. Back at my spot here. Nobody around. Give you a look here. I sawed up a little wood. Gonna start a little fire, maybe make some coffee. Let's see, there's the wood I've been sawing up. So should be a good time. Beautiful day out here. It's all overcast, kind of misty, real pretty. I just jumped a rabbit up. Didn't get that on video, but nice day. There's two bald eagles. I don't know if they're showing up on the video. Two bald eagles. Cool. Look at where I am. Yeah, there's two bald eagles. They were making all kinds of racket. I'm just sitting here enjoying a fire. Good afternoon, everybody. On the last video I made, I had talked about maybe going over my boat a little bit and letting you know the kind of boat I have, why I like it, and maybe there would be some interest in that. So I had bought my boat from a friend. He had it sitting in his backyard for a long time, never did anything with it. I finally asked him about it. He'd never gotten it titled, so he didn't want to pay all the fines and penalties and whatnot. The boat also had been sitting for so long, it had squirrels living in it. The entire transom, the back part where the motor mounts, was rotten. All the wood was rotten. You could see through holes in the hull. And fortunately, though, just the only holes you could see was where the bolts went through the transom that was rotten. And it would have leaked like a sieve, you know. So I made a deal with him and basically said, look, you know, if you let me buy the boat, I'll pay all the back stuff. So I got the boat for a few $100. It's a 1964 or 65, I think it's a 1965 Alumacraft, 14-foot long, 36-inch wide on the bottom, Alumacraft John boat. I think the aluminum's a little heavier on this one than it is on ones they make today. I got the trailer, the boat, and the gas outboard motor all in one package from him, and I only gave him a few $100s. It was a friend deal. I did have to take the whole back, all the wood out of the transom and replace that, and that really wasn't that bad. It cost me about $40. Re-siliconed it, put new bolts in there holding it, and then I gave the whole boat a paint job with just regular old gray outdoor industrial paint. Rolled it on. Cost about $160 to get the boat titled and in my name. So when I got the boat, it had seats mounted on the actual boat seats. They had pretty high pedestals and they swiveled, and it just was really hard to move around them, and when you sat on them it made the boat feel top heavy. So I didn't like them. I use this boat to get from point A to point B. I don't really spend all day in it bass fishing, casting, and so I kind of changed the boat from that to how I use it, and so we'll go check it out. I'm sitting out here by the fire. It's a Sunday afternoon and there is no one around. Anyway, we'll go have a look at the boat here. So, like I said, it's I believe a 1965. It did come with this this is the anchor here. And that mount, I put a piece of aluminum in there. That's something that I added. When I bought the boat, it actually had this whole front step here was covered, and I think you can see the screw holes here. There's some screw holes. There's a screw hole there, but you can see screw holes in here. What they had done, whoever owned it before, they actually had a piece of wood over this front part here. It was completely rotten and just falling apart, and so I tore all of that out. That's what this was mounted to. So in order to give this something really sturdy to mount to, I put a piece of aluminum in here and another rope tie off. As I said, there were seats mounted on each of these with pedestals. I took those off. I felt it made the boat feel too unsturdy. This boat is completely dry. It doesn't leak anywhere on any rivets, anywhere. It's a light boat, but I feel it's a heavier boat than they make now. The motor is a 4-horsepower Tohatsu. That's a 2006. It's the same. The 4, 5, and 6 horsepower Tohatsus are identical to Mercury 4, 5, and 6 horsepowers. The Tohatsu is who makes them for Mercury. So the parts are interchangeable. I did put a different prop on it and a different carburetor to increase the horsepower to 6. The carburetor was gummed up. It needed a new one anyway, so that's an option you can do with these. The only difference between the 4, 5, and 6 horsepower Tohatsu 4-strokes is the prop and the carburetor. So I upgraded it to a 6, and to be honest, I didn't really notice a big difference. I have a Minn kota trolling motor that's a 45-pound thrust. This motor new is about $320 to $350. I bought it at a pawn shop for $50. Then I took a cheap jumper cable for a car and extended it so that I could move the battery up forward here. That way, as you can see, the back of the boat where I sit is clear. There's not fuel tanks. There's not batteries sitting back here with all this weight. So I move the battery forward. I could have 2 batteries, and I have enough cable that I could actually move them in front of the seat here. That way I could put that weight way forward. Additionally, you can have an exterior gas tank. This has an internal gas tank, but you can have an external gas tank. And I do have one. It's a 6-gallon. And I don't know if you can see it right here. I have I extended the fuel line so that it's underneath this seat, but it'll hook to that motor. It comes along through the boat. And it can sit right here in front of the battery. So I can have the battery and fuel up in front of me where it will not interfere. If I have a passenger sitting here, they've got all their room. The fuel and up to 2 batteries can go in here, and that leaves this nice and clear and open for me as well. Normally I am by myself, so I don't need a trolling motor in the front, which is what they had. They had that wood here, and they had a trolling motor in the front, which is great if you always have a person with you, but I don't. So I like to be able to control both motors. And again, the box here, I have life jackets, night running lights, a spare paddle, spare tools, spare fuel lines, redundant everything, starter fluid, boat plugs, drain hole plugs, you know. And I do have fuel with me, and this motor is so good on fuel that just taking a gallon of fuel with me I've never used it. I mean, I never have I maybe have refilled one time, and you can fill that motor up 3 or 4 times with the gallon. So I very rarely use the 6-gallon deal. If I was going out on the Mississippi River or something, I would, but on a lake like this, I don't need to. I generally use this boat to go to a place and fish from the shore, or I use this boat to get to a place where I either camp and fish from the shore, or I'll use the boat to anchor somewhere and fish for catfish or something like that. So that's how I've kind of changed it. It's light. I can get this on and off the trailer by myself very easily. Same thing, when it's sitting on the trailer at my house, I don't have to worry about putting it inside. For the winter, I can take these motors off very easily and store them inside. I just open up the drain plug and jack up the front of the trailer where all the water will run out of it. There's nothing in here that water can hurt. That battery, I always disconnect it. If I were to leave it in there, which I wouldn't in a harsh winter time, but that battery box also has 2 holes drilled in the bottom and the back, so that if any water or moisture gets in there, it runs out and goes out down through the drain hole. So I can literally leave this boat on the trailer. Everything is in this box, protected. This box as well, if it has moisture in it, has got a drain hole out the bottom. So it's real nice. I can just leave this boat outside. All the rain does is wash it out. There might get some leaves in it or something once in a while, but for the most part, it stays clean. And I kind of level the weight out in it. So anyway, there's just a little show on my boat there. Hope you enjoyed it. The one thing that strikes me about being out here is how quiet it is. The rocks in here are really incredible. These are all pink granite. And there's just some really neat boulder configurations in here. This is a beautiful place to just come sit on an afternoon, a nice fall or winter afternoon. And what's nice is to get here to where I'm at, you would have to hike, oh, probably at least an hour. More than that, I would say an hour and a half. But I can be here by boat in just a few minutes. And it's beautiful. So that's what I do often. That's one of the ways I like to use the boat is it'll carry, chair, different luxury items that you might enjoy out here without having to lug them all in on your back. And I could come out to a place like this and not see any other people, which is really, really nice. Although I do see another person right now. There's somebody, I think, on a mountain bike. Let's see if I can get them on video here. Probably not. They were over on the dam going right to left. Anyway, I could see their silhouette on that dam. It was somebody on a mountain bike. I still can see them, but I'm sure the camera can't. Anyway, like I say though, to get to where I am here, you would have to hike at least, I would say, an hour and a half. I can just load up the boat, drop her in, and be here in a few minutes. Build a fire, enjoy the day, and head on back. I wanted to show you some of these interesting rock formations here. Look at this. Some kind of old fencing. One day I may come and get that out of here. You can see that. There's a big wad of metal fencing here. This used to be privately owned land until the The forestry department bought it up. So it doesn't surprise me that there's fence here. Old barbed wire stuff. Here's something. Sometimes I'm kind of torn. I like to take this trash out of here, but this looks like an old road through here. I don't know if that's what it is or not. Look at this. This was an old stake of some sort. Weird. It's a beautiful forest. This old Miller can. A couple of them. I can't read that on there, but this is an old oil can out here. Anyway, I'll get all this stuff and take it back and throw it away. It's all pretty old. It's absolutely silent. Look here. It's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, well, let's go back to the boat. Well, I just threw the trash in the boat, and when you know, my coffee was ready, so I'm stopping for a coffee break. It's beautiful out here. There's nobody. I did see one guy on a bike. He was about a mile away. I've seen 2 bald eagles and a rabbit, and that's about it. It's really nice out. Getting ready to head back soon. Well, another successful day camp. I doused the fire with lots of water. It's still steaming, but I picked up everything around the area, loaded it in the boat. Did find a little more trash. I had mentioned earlier when I was talking about this boat, you know, some of the reasons I made changes to it and whatnot, but I like this boat because it's small. I can put things that I need in it. I often pick up trash when I'm out and about, but it's just right for one guy. And if you see where I'm at here, I can go ashore places other boats wouldn't dare. I mean, you're not going to come in here in a bass boat, you know. I can go anywhere on this lake that a bass boat can go, but the beauty of it is I can go ashore anywhere I want. She's got a real shallow draft, just sits right on top of the water. I can maneuver in and out through sticks and stuff like that. It's a tough little boat, and it gives me the versatility to go anywhere I want to go. And like I said, for me, the important things are not high sitting bass fishing seats. It's not trolling motors in the front of the boat. I'm usually by myself. So for me, it's keeping the back end of the boat light, moving the fuel tanks and the batteries forward. And in this one, like I said, I very rarely even use the fuel tank. I use this gallon jug right here. But keeping all my gear in that box, I don't really need a live well. Sometimes when I'm catfishing, I do put a cooler in the front of the boat, and I use that as a live well. But for me, it's a very easy, very maintenance-free boat. Very easy for me to take out by myself, put in the water by myself, take out of the water by myself. It gets me anywhere I want to go. For instance, coming in through all these sticks and everything to get to a place where I enjoy having a day camp. So anyway, if you have any questions about this boat or any of the things that I did to set it up, it's pretty simple. You're welcome to ask me in the comments, and I will answer you. So thank you, and we're gonna get this trash out of the woods along with ourselves. Talk to you soon. Just for fun, we're gonna go in over here and have a look. I'm gonna go ashore right here and hold the phone, so bear with me. Hold on, guys. Okay. It's hard to hold the phone and do this at the same time. We are ashore here. Hold on. Okay. Hey, check this out. It's like a campground here. Just pulled ashore here just to have a little exploration here. Okay. Yeah, looks like somebody's been camping here. Check it out. Okay, fire pit. And somebody's apparently left a grill, which, you know, I'll be honest, I think these are duck hunters here. There's a, looks like a jar lid. Oh, I'll take that. Throw it away. This stuff, you know, I hate to see this left here, but at the same time, somebody might use it. So, although it doesn't look like anybody's used this fire pit in a minute. But what a great, nice, level place to camp. Look at these level ground. I may come camp here. This is really, really nice. Very nice. Got a fire pit. It's got water on 3 sides. Another beautiful spot to camp at. Let's look around and see if we can't okay. Now this, if you see this here, looks like a blind. This is a duck blind. And the duck hunters have left trash. That's what real sportsmen do, guys. They leave trash. They left their shotgun shells laying all over the ground. And it looks like here was another part of a blind they put together. Okay. Yeah. This is a duck blind here. I guess they had luck because there's places littered with shotgun shells. Yeah, good spot. Well, what's interesting is right here would have been a perfect natural blind. They don't use that. Beaver slide. Yeah, look over here. Here's a beautiful spot. Nobody using this spot but the beavers. What's the point of building a blind when you got this right here? Huh. Crazy. Anyway, really pretty, level, nice spot to camp. Here we go. It's always beer cans. Well, this spot's not too badly trashed up. Be a really nice spot to camp. I mean, for a tent, you can't beat this level ground right here. No rocks. Nice fire pit. Beautiful view. Yeah, I'd camp here. This is nice. All right, well, it's getting late. Gonna head back to the boat. Scored a little more trash to throw away. Here's the old battleship. Getting colder. It's like the temperature's dropping. Okay, well, I can't do this and hold the camera, but there's more trash. I'm the only person out here. All right, we're gonna shove off. All right, that's where we just were. Nice flat level place to camp, real nice. Doesn't look like it's been used in a while either. Alright guys, we're gonna kick it up, head her on home. That's where we just were. Real nice level camping spot. Apparently a good duck hunting spot too. There's definitely signs of duck hunters there. It's cold out, but it's not bad. It's beautiful. About half throttle. You can see how long it would hike to get to where we just were. You have to start over here and hike around all this. It would take hours to hike over there, and I can literally be there in just a few minutes. And with the boat, I can bring all the gear I want. You know, that's one thing I'd like to get. I'd like to buy like a one Tiger's teepee. There, and a wood stove, one of those portable wood stoves. Come out here, do a little glamping. just like that. Whew. Okay. All right. Got a pretty good haul of garbage this time. Listen to just how quiet it is. Again, you can kind of see why I like to keep this area back here open. Less weight. I mean, you've got all my body weight back here, and I'm about 200 pounds. Got the motor, about 80 pounds. This thing here's probably 30 or 40 pounds, 30 pounds maybe, 20 pounds, I don't know. But by moving the battery up front, and if I need to have an external fuel tank, I move it up front. Right now, I'm just using this little gallon jug, and I haven't even touched it. And it leaves plenty of space for the person riding up front. When you're sitting low on the seats you were intended to sit on, the boat's real stable, levels out real nice, and you can see that it has hardly any draft. This boat just sits on top of the water. Anyway, that's how I set it up for me, and it seems to work out good for my needs. As well as this box, everything that goes in that box is really neat. So, all right, going to get the car. The truck, rather. Beautiful day. The temperature must be dropping because my fingers are cold. Real cold. Okay, guys. I'm gonna head on back, get my boat trailer, and bring her around. Huh. What's this thing for? Okay. There's my 1969 boat trailer. If you look, you can see all the different colors it's been painted over the years. Red, black, white, gray, some blue, brown, but still works good. Okay, so it's just a matter of putting it in idle, turning it around, and driving her straight up between the two wheel fenders here. I lock the crank on, and then I'm going to pull her out. Okay, so there she is. I make sure my front's locked up, the boat's centered on there, my ropes are stowed away here, which they are, my anchor's locked up. This is all trash I'll throw away here. Next thing I do, take my fuel, open this up. This is a nice spot. This fuel tank doesn't leak either, by the way. It's a nice spot to put my fuel. There. I gotta pull the plug, which is nice. That goes right into my center storage space here. And then you can see this is where I keep my life jackets there. Whole bunch of gear here. And then I can keep fuel, my running lights. I got spare paddle, stuff for starting fires, starting fluid, keep the gas in here. The battery, I put this Velcro deal on here. I will disconnect the battery. And like I said, there she is right there. That's a 100 amp hour battery I got at Rural King, I think, for 69 bucks. And I just put this lid back on there. Bring this Velcro. Hold on. I'm telling you, that Velcro, it holds this thing sturdy as can be. I get that stuff at Harbor Freight in a roll like this. You never know when you're going to need it. You can use it for all different kinds of things. Anyway, she's ratchet strapped on. Make sure all my lights are working. I lock the motor in place. Make sure I shut the air to the fuel line down. Turn the fuel off. And then I stow the trolling motor up like that. You can see how that trolling motor cable works out really nice. Okay, we're good to go. We'll pull up to the dumpster. Okay. Yeah, there's nobody even in the parking lot. I'm the only one here. I see there's no one here. Oh, duck hunters are real sportsmen. They leave all their garbage. I shouldn't say that. Most of them are. You got the weekend warriors, I guess. I don't know. It's cool. Gives me something to do. There's something in this oil can. Wonder what the story was behind this. Huh. I don't think there's any saving that one. All right. Everything's secured, battery secured, disconnected. Boat strapped in. Motors are tight. Fuel's off. Locked in place. She's solid. All right, we're off. All right, everybody. And we're out of here. Everybody, thanks for watching. Please subscribe.